Hello Twitch, Artemu here, and today we are continuing the Link to the Past Randomizer playthrough. Yay! Last time we managed to get a lot of good progress in and managed to defeat two bosses, Moldorm at the Tower of Hera, and Blind, over in Blind's hideout. So this day we are going to see what else we can do in the land of Hyrule, and just see if we can make some more progress with our little blue hero here. Of course, we're playing as Mega Man X, because that's a thing you can do in these randomizer runs. Alright, but enough of that. It's time to get back into some action. So I've been reviewing my previous episode of this so I could have an idea on what I can do, what I've missed since the last time, and there's actually quite a bit of stuff that we can do, so I'm gonna take my duck over back to Kakariko Village. So I don't have to deal with that guy yet. Because I believe if we go down here, there's this cracked wall that I missed before. So we're gonna take our bombs, put that down. And yep, there is indeed a chest here that we missed. So let's see what it's got. More rupees. Okay. I do need rupees to get the rest of the bomb and arrow upgrades, so it's not too bad. Hi. So that was one of the areas I missed. So I believe the other one I need to get to is actually over by Lake Hylia, so let's go there. Or Lake Hylia. I want to start out with this before we get on to the main event, because I don't know, I like my current item selection so far, but there are some glaring holes that could be filled with some items that we desperately need in order to make progress in some areas. For one, we really need to get the hammer, we really need to get the fire rod to get some progress in other areas, so we'll see if we can get those in due time. So there's also this wall we missed here. I believe it just leads to a fairy fountain, but we'll see. Indeed it does. I do have the bug net, so I could use that. I just have this one with the gold bee. Let's release it. We don't need the bee. Unlike Chugga Conroy, who insists on keeping it in his inventory. Yep. I'll take one of those fairies for later. That'll be very helpful. Is the bee seriously attacking the fairy? That's amazing. Unfortunately, the gold bee will go away once you leave an area. It is kind of nice to have because it will attack enemies, but I just don't find the gold bee all that necessary. So I'm gonna go back here to the witch's hut so I can buy some more potions. Alright, I'll buy one red and one blue. We'll buy one of these because it's cheap. Alright, we got 2 potions and a fairy. It's pretty good. So I've been reviewing the different areas I've been to before and what I could potentially do today, as there is quite a bit that we still have to accomplish. But one, since we have the Book of Medora, I'm gonna see about getting some last items that we need. So gonna head back to Area 7. We'll be doing the Swamp Palace as soon as I get the hammer, because we need that to progress. Alright, there's that one. Okay. Let's go up here, then. As much as I'm bothered by the holes in my current inventory, I'm really happy I got the Tempered Sword so early on. Like, managing to have that before the first dungeon was just very helpful. So I believe that there is something we can get up here. I forget if I already got this, but it'll be nice just to see. So we warp back to the Dark World from here and use our mirror to get back over here. Don't talk to those guys, they'll just waste your time. And over here, west of the tower, there is this. You need the Book of Medora and the Master Sword in order to activate these monoliths. You get them. Normally that's where you get the Ether Medallion, but here I was able to get 5 rupees, because of course I did. That's great. Okay, I know what to do for this next one. So there's another monolith we can get over by the desert, but in order to get that, we need to be in the Dark World first. So we're just gonna come up here. Those red guys aren't so tough. Oh, wait. Yeah, you need to beat Aghanim in order for that warp to be in place, so... So annoyed by having a warp everywhere, but this is what I have to do. I've been forgetting way too much about this game. Okay, what I'm actually gonna do is go back to Kakariko, because there's a warp we can access north of the village. Normally you need the hammer or the Titan's Mitt to get in here. Luckily, I have one of those. Alright. There we go. Alright, so when we're heading back to the desert, just wanted to briefly talk about some stuff that's been going on in my life recently. For one, man, I have been working so much lately. It's partially why I haven't been doing that many streams lately and why I haven't returned to Leaf Green yet. I've just been so exhausted by work. Like, it's insane how much I've had to do lately. And for very long shifts, too. Like, having to work 7.5 hours a day, it takes a lot out of you and can just ruin your motivation lately. Also, I've been doing a lot of art lately, too. Just to keep working on that. And there's one I'm particularly proud of that I'm working on at the moment. I hope to unveil that eventually. You can check out all my art at my DeviantArt account. You can see in the link below, obviously. Seriously, go there. I do pretty decent stuff. Despite what you may have heard about DeviantArt's reputation, I do mostly clean stuff there. None of that old fetishy crap. Alright, so now that we're here, we want to use our mirror to warp back to the light world. And that takes us up on this cliff we couldn't access before. Now we take the Book of Medora here. Normally this would be the area where you get the Bombos Medallion. Essentially it causes an explosion that destroys all enemies. But all we got for that was that. Yeah, very sad. Ooh, the Deku Palace theme. It's a nice theme. Majora's Mask does have some pretty good music. So, by reviewing all the different places I have access to and what I can complete with my current equipment, there's only one area that really sticks out in my mind. And it just so happens to be one of my least favorite areas in the game. So we're gonna take this warp point, and we are gonna come here to Misery Mire. This is an area that we have been to before, hence why it has stopped raining here. Because we used our Ether Medallion to open the way. Just want to quickly check out this area, make sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, I got those chests, good. It's actually fitting we have this music playing right now, because the Deku Palace is located in a swamp. I just remember there being some good stuff in these two areas. Alright, Fairy Fountain. Let's heal up all our hearts. I'm kind of worried about doing this dungeon now, because it is kind of tough, and I don't have any of the mail, so my defenses are going to be very low. But with our current equipment, we should be able to handle this dungeon. And hopefully get some good shit. Alright, so what you want to do first is get your hook shot out. Man, these guys don't get killed in one hit by the Tempered Sword. That is shocking. So yeah, this is Misery Mire, the 6th Dark World dungeon, and I'm doing it right away as my 3rd dungeon. This is a big area and has a lot of annoying enemies. You got these Wizropes here who like to teleport around and shoot magic blasts at you. They can be a little annoying to deal with. Alright, well that takes care of them. Quickly warp over here, and there's the big chest. So we're gonna need that to get through there. Ow. Can't go over there yet. Yeah. Pretty much there is nothing else we can do in that area. Alright, so we're gonna head over this way now. Another reason I don't like this area is just because it's a very big labyrinth. Many twisting corridors that have you going through different parts of it in different orders. Ow. Cut it out, you. Ooh, got a key there. That's nice. Grab that. It's a shame I don't have the Cloak of Invincibility, because that would have helped a lot here. It's definitely an item that makes this area much easier. Sadly, I do not have it. So what do we have here? Wish I had magic power, because it's an easy way to get free health from those anti-fairies. Oh no! I've been turned into Dr. Watt. We must be Dr. Wawi. Yeah, the sparkles just turn you back into the form you would take in the Dark World if you don't have the Moon Pearl. It's kind of irritating, but not that big of a deal. So we need the big key in order to progress farther in there. This big key's gotta be somewhere. We see there's a chest, so we want to come up from the bottom there. Be careful of these guys. And over in this area that kind of looks like some fish bones, we got another key. And there's also a switch we can hit. Ah, stupid bubbles. Luckily, my magic shield is able to deflect fireballs, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about those. Ow. Stop it. Oh man, do I really want to do this? Ugh, don't know what else to do in this area. It's very annoying. Ow. I'll just drink my potion now. There's nothing we can do here yet until we get the big key. Again, you can take a lot of damage in this place. It's not the easiest area in the world. This looks suspicious. Nope. Okay. That takes us back here. Alright, we got a chest here with another regular key. What do we get for going up here? There's these slug enemies that poop out bombs. They kind of remind me of these slug enemies from the 4th Commander Keen game, if you've ever played that. I used to really love the Commander Keen games. They're good fun. Push that over, we can get up here. And I believe this should take us to... Yeah, this will take us to the chest up here. Oh, there we go. There's the hammer. With that, we have unlocked access to a lot of different areas. That's very good. I'm very happy I got that. So I guess coming here was a good idea after all, because it got me an item we desperately need to finish this game. Alright, so over here we got some floating skulls. There's another Bari over there too. Or is it a Biri? I can never get the names right on those guys. Alright, let's see what's over here. Alright, so there's another chest we need to get to. I believe that normally has the big key by default, so I want to go there. So I believe that's not of any importance to us yet. Oh man, this is the Hyrule Castle theme in Breath of the Wild. Oh, it's such a good theme. Really accentuates the imposing atmosphere of that section of the game. Well, I'm definitely ignoring that. Ignoring that because I don't have anything that grants us fire. A piece of heart needs fire in Tower of Hera. Okay, so that's the item in the Tower of Hera that we need. Okay. Yeah. So. Man, I'm confused right now. Let's get to that area. I think it actually does require... this is... So yeah, we need something with fire in order to activate that, I know. And unfortunately, I do know where the lantern is, but it's in an awkward area that we can't get to. See what happens here, because I'm not sure if that door's gonna open. I just don't like the areas with the floating tiles, because it's not really a puzzle here. You just wait it out until they finish. Yeah, it's a waste of time. Alright. Yeet. Very low on health right now. Let's see what we can get over here. You can't go there. Ow! Screw you! This is annoying. I don't think we can actually do this until we get a fire item. Because I know we need the fire rod for something here. Yeah, just given what I've seen so far, I think that's... Yeah, we cannot make any more progress until we get the fire. Alright, so I'm gonna call Misery Mire. For now, let's go get some more potions. Luckily, we got plenty of money. Oh yeah, we're in the Dark World. Let's get over here. Good. But now that we have the hammer, we can finish up the Swamp Palace. So, let's make that our next stop. First I want to heal up, then we'll get some more potion. There we go. Go here. Yeah. The hammer here is a very good item. Does more damage than the level 1 sword, but has very pitiful range. But on the other hand, it allows us to do a lot of good things. For example, there is now something we can get back in Thieves Town. So why don't we take our warp back to Area 3. We'll get back into the Dark World, and then we can finish up Blind's hideout. So I don't know if you've been following the Runaway Guys playthrough of A Link to the Past, but Oh man, it has been interesting. In case you don't know, Emil has never beaten this game before, and so he's getting a chance to play it on the Runaway Guys channel. Because they've done that previously with Super Metroid, and oh boy, was that a blast to see. So yeah, it's been really interesting seeing him play this game and getting his thoughts on it after all this time. But there are some moments where I see him do things that he really should not have done. Like, pretty much everything having to do with his playthrough of the Skullwoods. Just so insane. Just how much he kept screwing up in that area. I mean, I love the guy, but goddamn. He can be, like, really obtuse at times. Ooh, I'm not familiar with this theme. I think it's from one of the Oracle games. Okay, we don't want to be here. So we want to go down, I remember. Ow. Take it. Let's go over here. Another fun thing about these randomized, just because of its nature, you're usually going into areas that you normally wouldn't go to until you've gotten certain equipment, which can be just really fun. Oop. Just having to deal with enemies with a lot less health than you normally would. Don't go through that door. It is a red herring. Ow. There's nothing good over there. Ah, stop it. Oh, we made it. Is this the area that we couldn't access before? Ooh, Cape of Invincibility. So that is an item that consumes magic, but as long as you have it, you will not take damage. It's a very helpful item. Has a lot of utility. Glad I got that here. Let's just warp out of here, because I'm tired of this place. Alright, good. Now let's get back into the light world, because in order to finish the Swamp Palace, we do need to be in the light world first. Alright, let's heal up here, then we'll go take on the dungeon. Because now that we got our hammer, we can actually finish it. We can also do stuff in the Palace of Darkness if we wanted to, but... Alright. So now it's time to finally finish this dungeon. I did go in here earlier in the last part, but I couldn't make much progress in it because the hammer is required in the dungeon. So now that in the Dark World, we need to head back to the Swamp Palace. Go over here. And we use our mirror to create a warp point. Then we go in here. I remember this is the area where we got the bow, which was very nice, because the bow, alongside the silver arrows, can make battling enemies just a breeze. So now we've pulled the water in, we head back into the warp point, and now we can enter the dungeon for reals. I do like the gimmick of having things in the light world alter things in the dark world. I think that's a very solid mechanic. I wish it was used a lot more in this game. We already got that one. Ow. I'm not being very careful here, aren't I? Jesus. Ow! Stupid Beery. Ow. Fine. I don't even want to kill you. Jerk. Alright, now this was the part that tripped me up when I first came here. Because we need to destroy these laughy peg guys. Take that, Stealthos. Do we flip this switch to make the water flow down there into that channel? Yay! Let's see if we get some health. No. Screw you too, game. Yeah, but we can finally progress for this area. And that makes me a happy camper. Ah, jeez. Get back here, fairy! Fairy! Aw, thank you. Alright. I guess we got the big key in here earlier. But yeah, with that... we now know that we got rupees from that area. Which isn't all too helpful, but what can you do? So we could progress up there, but there's a lot more chests that we can get in this dungeon, so let's go see if we can get them all. Ow. Son of a bitch! If I remember correctly, there's a point where we need to hit that switch again. So yeah, besides just killing myself from exhaustion at work and working on my art, hasn't been too much going on. I did get Hollow Knight finally, and I'm enjoying the game. It's got a lot of cool stuff with it, and some other stuff I'm not too fond of. Not really that much of a fan of the whole Dark Souls formula of you die and you have to go back to the place that you've been killed in order to get your stuff back. Because I don't feel that's a very solid mechanic. Alright, good. So we did want to hit that crystal back there. Now we need to go up here. A lot of things that damage us in this area. Whee! I don't hate the Swamp Palace, but there's a lot of stuff in that can be annoying. Thanks to our hook shot, we can quickly warp over here. Then we can see what's in this chest. Just pick up some rupees, and we got 300 rupees. That's gonna buy us a lot of upgrades from the fairy. That's good. Alright, with that taken care of, let's head back to the main room, and then we can make some progress. So normally the hookshot is the item you get from the big chest in this dungeon. Since we already got that back in the Hyrule Castle, I have a feeling I know where that key is. I'm going to be really pissed if it turns out to be where I think it is. Just hang on a second. I don't think there's anything important in this area. Didn't really need that fairy. Yeah, this is just an area where you can restock on health if you want. I believe, push that. Oh! So there we got the Quake Medallion. So with that we can actually enter Turtle Rock, now that we got that and the hammer. So that's nice. But that is that key I'm missing, and I think I know where it is, and I'm gonna kick myself for this. Yep. Hang on. I'm gonna leave the dungeon and come back, because I'm pretty sure I know where the key I'm missing is. Man, I really like this theme. It's the Hidden Village theme from Twilight Princess. When you go like to an old western town and just fighting off enemies. It's a really good sequence in the game. I love it. Like that. Ow. Oh man, that water got pulled in. I really hope I didn't screw myself out of this. Yeet. Oh, good. There we go. So I believe what we have to do here is go up. There we go. Okay. Good to know I didn't put myself in a dead game. Stupid fire. I just hate that when you run into fire. Alright, we can finally make some more progress. Let's see here. Yep, so there's two paths here we can take. Just want to push the statue onto a switch. So I remember this definitely from the Runaway Guy streams. It's the moment that tripped up Emil quite a bit. So there's nothing really there. If we go over here... Alright. I see now. I was wrong. Okay. So I'm gonna head back here and go down. And what we need to do is take this statue, push it on here. Because now we can go down this passage. That takes us down here. We flip that switch. And we can progress. You sure I got this right? Yeah, we should be fine. So I believe over here, yep, we got 2 chests. The magic powder and the compass. Alright, so magic powder is an item that can be very helpful. For one, that gets us an item that'll, well, something that'll be very helpful. Coming up, you'll see fairly soon. Leave here. Yep, see what's over here. Leads us to a dead end, but it does give us a hint about what we can do. I really know what those rat-like things that come out of the walls are supposed to be. And I believe in this room there is something out of place here. Push that block, we get another chest containing bombs. If we go for this waterfall, we come up here. Very nice. There's the key we need. These pond skater enemies can be kind of annoying. Jeez. Alright. Come on, Linky. Alright. So now it's time to face the boss of the Swamp Palace. Argus! It's a giant jellyfish monster surrounded by smaller polyps. Beat this guy, you just need to take your hook shot to grab the polyps off of him and destroy them. This guy's kind of neat. I like his design. He's like a giant Bari. He's almost got him dead. Just need to get that last polyp. And this is where things get interesting. Snail starts jumping up to try and crush you. Just strike him with your sword and you'll be good. And since I got the tempered sword, he should go down pretty quickly. There we go. Normally that guy's a lot trickier, but he didn't give us too much trouble. Piece of hearts, what does that give us? Oh, we'll see soon. Because now we cleared another dungeon and rescued another one of the maidens. And with that, we have cleared the Swamp Palace. I believe that's everything we can get in there, so it's very nice. So yeah, we have 1 piece of heart now, still need a bunch more to get. And hey, we managed to get some very good stuff in here. So, I'm happy. It's a good thing I remembered the spot where I got the Quake Medallion, because that is necessary in order to beat the game. So now that we got the hammer and this other stuff, wonder what else we should do. I mean, there's some stuff I'm gonna try to do now that I got these items. And have access to so much more of the world. One, I'm gonna go over here. I believe we need the hammer to get past here, yep. There's still some stuff we are very much missing. So we can't clear the desert without something that can get us out. We can't clear the desert palace without something that can start fire. We can't beat... We can't beat the Eastern Palace without the lantern. I know what that is, and that's going to take a while to get to. Trust me. We can't beat Skull Woods without the Fire Rod. We can't do the... And the Palace of Darkness without the lantern, I believe. We need something with fire in order to beat the... So pretty much we just need to get the Fire Rod, really, in order to get some more progress done. So for now, we're just going to be exploring most of the Dark World and seeing what new things we can get with our new equipment. Might actually be a good idea to go to the Light World. Just give me a second. So I believe there's something good we can get over here. So that we normally can't do anything about until we get the Pegasus boots. But I believe we go over here. If we use the mirror up here on this ledge, we can now access this cave. This takes us to the place with the Ice Rod. Nice. So the Ice Rod isn't really necessary for anything until we get to Turtle Rock, so it's just a nice item to have. But if we can get back into the Light World Graveyard, there's something good we can get. Thank you, game. No, wait, we can't get that without the Pegasus boots, right? Yeah, we can't move this gravestone without the boots. So, we'll leave that for now. Screw you, buddy. But now that we got the cape, there is something we can get over in the Dark World here. Alright, so let's head back over to the forest. Before we do that, there's some stuff we can do in Kakariko now that we got the hammer. So what I want to do is head back over to the blacksmith shop. Because we can now go down here. Whee! This area may not seem like much, but if we go up here, now that we have magic powder, we have summoned the Mad Batter! And he'll place a curse on us. The curse of more money! Normally this guy will give you an enhancement to your magic bar that makes it so that your magic cost is half. So you can use items like the fire rod and stuff without having to worry too much about your magic. It's very helpful. Glad we got that. But now we need to head back to the forest because there's some stuff we can also get in the Dark World if we were to go here. Some very good stuff too. So we're gonna need to go to the Dark World just to get some good stuff. Ah, that's some good ginger ale. This is Skyward Sword music, I can tell. Really puts you in the mood for flying on a bird, doesn't it? See if we can get into the shack that we couldn't get into before. Ah, it's a shop. Don't really need anything here. But it's nice to know in case you need items. But if we head over to the Dark World area, this place where the blacksmith shop was, you may notice all these pegs here. So we take our hammer and hammer down all these pegs, something good is bound to happen. Also, be careful with those birds, because they will attack you if you hit them too much. Eek. I just got some bombs. Normally you would get a piece of heart here. Well, at least I was able to get something noteworthy. So I believe there's also something good I can get if I head to... Yeah. There's some stuff that we can get over in the Dark World area where we went to see King Zora, but what I want to do is head up here to the path leading to Death Mountain. Normally you can't go to Death Mountain on this path for the Dark World. There is some stuff we can still get here. Particularly now that we have our cape. See there, there's a piece of heart. Which is not too different from what the original version of this area had. So avoid that bumper, but we go up here. Ah, yes. Use your hook shot to get over here. And there's this bumper here that'll repel you unless you use the cape. Pretty interesting, isn't it? That gets us another piece of heart. Alright. Ow. Ah, jeez, another death. But it's okay, because we had a fairy. I forget how much damage those pterodactyl guys do. Eek. Screw you. Stupid skulls coming to life. Taking our jobs. Take that. Alright, we should almost must be there. Oh, really? Stop that, you. Oh, good. There's something up here. That's Enoch's. Ow. So what is this place? Just a regular shop. Actually, I'm starting to think I have been here before. Yeah, I could have gone here very easily, so just want to see if I got this. Ow! Piece of shit. Hi, catfish. Thanks for the money. Yeah. Alright, that does it for that area. Trying to think of where else we can make progress, because not many areas left to explore that we can access. Can't do Eastern Palace without the lantern. Can't do Desert without the lantern. Can't do Skull Woods without the Fire Rod. We can't do Ice Pass without that either. Can't finish Misery Mire. So I guess all we can do now is explore a bit more at Death Mountain. That's all I can think of to do. God, I wish I had more hearts. Because I know that the lamp is up here on Death Mountain. It's in a very awkward area that requires some very particular maneuvers in order to get to. But hopefully we're able to get there. Because we need this to clear so many areas. Alright, so we head into the Dark World from here. They take our mirror. Let's go here. Now we can go over here. And because we have the hammer, we can now access this area that we couldn't get to before. It's very helpful. So yeah, there's the lantern up there. And in order to get it, we're gonna need to do some very particular actions. So we take our hammer, we hit those pegs, and that opens up a portal to the Dark World. It's also helpful because... Wait. Normally that's supposed to be the Quake symbol. What? Alright, let's try this. This isn't supposed to happen, but... seriously, that's supposed to be the Quake symbol. Okay, I didn't know this was apparently a thing, but... you're supposed to use the Quake Medallion in order to open access to Turtle Rock. But for whatever reason, the game has decided to... God, I can't believe that. I didn't know the randomizer did that. Okay. So the Dark World section of Death Mountain here is very interesting. One, watch out for those guys. They are Lionels and they hurt. I believe you want to be careful here because there's an invisible floor there, obviously. So I believe up here. Some stuff. This area's kind of in the shape of a D-pad, which is interesting. Alright, so there's a fairy fountain over there. If you need some healing, you know where to go to. And over here, I think this might be a shop. Nope, fairy fountain. Wait, I just used one of my fairies, so... yeah, let's restock. Get here. Thank you. God. Now we exit here. Alright, that's good. So we're up on this ledge that we saw before but couldn't access. But now, if we use our mirror... we got the lamp at long last. This opens up so much for us. Normally, the lamp is the first item you get in this game. In the chest in our uncle's house. The fact it took me this long to finally get it is just a testament to how incredible the randomizer is at times. Also, there's a bunch of chests in this area. I'm gonna try and get as much as I can here. Now I know that there is a trick to the invisible floors. I'm gonna see if I can maneuver over here without it, using the trick. Alright. So managed to get quite a few new hearts with that. So I believe the thing with the invisible floors is you use the Aether Medallion. Okay. So you just saw up there that there was an invisible floor. The Aether Medallion can be used to expose the invisible floors. So that's a very nice trick. For that, I'm just still very glad that I finally got the torch. There's some other stuff we can access around Death Mountain now. I'm probably not going to explore all of it, just because, well, this is a very big area, and I'm not the biggest fan of Death Mountain because of just how big this area is. We get some new chests with bombs, bombs, and more bombs. Hope you like bombs, because that's what you're getting here. Okay, let's see what's actually good in this area. Because I don't think I've been to the Dark World section of here. Yeah, normally this is an area you can only access in the light world, but thanks to the Turtle Rock warp point, we can now access this area in the dark world. I might as well go through as many of these caves as I can. Eek. That's annoying. At least we're finally over on this side, so we can go down here. So down there is the area we were just at with those chests. We go down here. Okay, it all leads to the same area. I see. Alright, so that's it for this section of the caves. We got the loot we needed. Man, there's a lot less stuff down here than I last remembered. Alright, but you'll want to remember spots like that for later when going for the Dark World on Death Mountain, because there's still some areas we haven't seen yet, but we will be able to access those in due time. For now, I want to head back to the Light World, because there is a lot of stuff we can do now that we have the lamp. Like, I cannot overemphasize how important this item is in this game. First off, let's go to Area 3. And now let's head back to Death Mountain. And by that I mean the base of Death Mountain that we couldn't access before because the cave was too dark. Ooh, hello there, Hoarder. Yeah, now that we have the lantern, it can illuminate the dark passages that we couldn't see before. This will make exploring much easier, and will allow us to finally get through areas that we couldn't get to before because of how dark this place is. If we go over here, there's this old man. It's actually the same old man we saw back in the mountaintop. He's just always in that one cave, but this kind of goes to show just how this game is programmed. So we finally take him out here. If we take him to the entrance of his hut, he gives us that. Normally he gives you the magic mirror that allows you to enter there between the Dark World and Light World, which is very important because this is the first area in the game where a warp point is even accessible, so it's very helpful. Now that we got that taken care of, let's see, there's a lot of areas we can do now. I'm so excited. I think I want to go to... let's just go over here. Because we can finally finish what was intended to be the first dungeon of the game. Instead, the game was like, nope, I'm gonna send you to Moldorm just because. Speaking of which, we actually need to head back to the Tower of Hera, because there is something we can get there now that we have the torch. Just really goes to show how good this item is. Just how many stuff it unlocks. Screw Sahasrara. Making me have to go all the way to Turtle Rock just to get a thing. Take that. Yep, it's time to finally clear the Eastern Palace. We came in here much earlier into the game, but couldn't finish it due to our lack of a certain item. But now we can finally end this part of our journey. Quickly review the map. Yep. It's the only place we haven't been to are the dark areas here. This music's pretty good, but I don't remember where it's from. Oh no, this one's definitely from Breath of the Wild. I recognize these instruments. God, just Breath of the Wild's such a good game. I really want to play it again. Thing too, because of how open-ended that game is, you can easily play it in whatever style you want, which is really cool. Yep, this area we couldn't clear before. Because this area is so dark. But here's a handy trick. If you use your lamp on these, you can illuminate the area. Very nice. This sounds like... I believe this is the Rito Village. Based on this music. Here's an arrow of a bunch of money. Because I don't have enough of that already. Seriously. I've got more money than I know what to do with. I mean, I know what to do with my money. There's a fairy who gives me upgrades. Also, here's a fun trick. If you use magic powder, you can turn anti-fairies into regular fairies. Now, if only that worked in Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah. We'll take out these Igors. Again, you need the bow and arrow in order to beat Igors. You shoot him right in the face. Then we got hit one of these buttons here. Let's get through there. And we're almost done the dungeon already. Ow. Oh, those red Igors are mean. Luckily, I got an item that kicks so much ass. Eat my arrows. Alright, so now it's almost time for the boss. Gee, they're giving you a lot of arrows. It's almost like they want you to fight using arrows here. So I'm gonna take out these Igor. Come on. And through here, this is the boss of the Eastern Palace, the Armos Knights. But because we have the silver arrows, they get one shot. Oh man. Normally that fight's supposed to take much longer, but I just dominated those guys. And normally this would be where you get the pendant that you give to Sahasrara. But unfortunately, that pendant is in a very bad place. We're not getting that item until much later. Ah man, I love this theme. It's a battle theme that plays when fighting Mulgara. Screw you, Sahasrara. But anyway, this theme, it's just amazing. One of my favorite Legend of Zelda songs. So where to go with my trusty torch now? I guess we'll head to the desert now. Ooh, that guy's scary. Because after this, we need to remember to go to the... Yeah, we need to remember to go to Tower of Hera after this, because we do need to get something there. So yeah, in order to access the Desert Palace, use the Book of Medora to read this plaque. Which just tells you to make a wish or something, but that opens up the dungeon. Desert Palace is honestly not that bad. Out of the Light World dungeons, it's pretty simple. Got this area that's kind of open, has a lot of enemies in it. And then you got these smaller rooms over here that lead to different areas. It's just a quick way out of the dungeon. I do not need this area, though. Wait, I believe I remembered something about this dungeon. Something particularly nasty with my current item setup. That, buddy. Oh, man. This is going to be awkward if it turns out this is actually true. Okay, those guys don't do anything. What about you, buddy? Alright, there we go. See that? And we get the boss key right away. Usually don't get that until much later in the dungeon, so that's cool. Probably good for getting the item at least. So normally you get the power glove in this dungeon, which allows you to... Yep, that's what I feared. Unique item held by someone friendly. That it... I am afraid. Yeah, so that is a key, and in order to get it, normally you need the Pegasus boots, which we get from Sahasrara. Unfortunately, Sahasrara is a dick, and he doesn't have the Pegasus boots. Maybe if we're lucky? No. Okay. At least we got a piece of heart, at least that's fine at least, but... Still really worried because if we have that key missing, then that means we probably won't be able to finish this dungeon yet until we get the boots. And Hylia knows where that is. I believe this, we just need to push one of these. There we go. That gives us a emergency fairy fountain. Very nice. It's nothing to do with those torches. Something later we do with torches. Get those arrows just because. Now, I don't think that key is necessary to complete this dungeon. I do believe you need the key in order to get the big key normally in this game. So we will come back later once we have the Pegasus boots so that we can clear out this dungeon. But for now, let's go do what we can here. So I believe there's a key under one of these pots. Ow. Ow. There it is. Let's get out of here. No reason to be in this room. And I believe this isn't the room we need to use the torches. Yeah, there's something here that has the key. Ow. There it is. Just in a pot. But up here, I believe. Alright, there we go. Let's get out there. So yeah, we don't need all the keys to finish this dungeon, you just need one in order to get one of the chests. But this is why you need the torch, because you need to light these braziers. And now that we have the big key, we can access this room. I have the Tempered Sword, we should do well here. So this is the boss of the Desert Palace. Lawn Moloss. They're giant worm-like enemies that first appeared back in the original Legend of Zelda. Gotta attack their heads. Luckily, thanks to my current equipment, I should have no problem against these guys. Normally they can be tricky. But I got a good setup here. Now you want to be careful this next part because this guy will shoot out more rocks when he appears. There you go. A wham bam, thank you ma'am. Huh, we're missing the map. Interesting. For that, we got another pendant. Alright, so it's time we head back to the Tower of Hera to see what we can get there. Oh, I love this theme that's playing right now. It's called the Oath to Order. It's just such a good theme. Stop that, boulders. Good thing this is not a free heart run of this game, otherwise I'd really be in trouble. I would actually like to try a free heart run to see if I could actually accomplish that. Actually, I don't think I can in this game because of the way the heart container pickups work in this particular game. Yeah, that's probably not going to work. But in other Zelda games like Ocarina of Time, I'd definitely like to try that. Because personally, I find Ocarina of Time very easy. But if I were to attempt a free heart run of that game, oh boy, now that would be something. But anyway, we return to the Tower of Hera. Oh god, I love this theme. It's the Tal Heights theme from Link's Awakening. As I stated before, Link's Awakening is just one of my favorite video games of all time. So this song has a lot of nostalgic connection to me. I love it. Yeah, I love this. Speaking of Zelda, I think Chugga Conroy has just started his Let's Play of Phantom Hourglass. Another game I really like and find kind of underrated. Don't at me. I mean, my Twitter is down there, so if you want to at me, go right ahead. There we go. That gets us a piece of heart. Feels good to finally get that item. Want to hit that. Good. Alright, we're done with the Tower of Hera. So no, I already got that item. What am I doing? I have the mirror. I believe you still need the fire rod to do the Misery Mire things, so let's go to the Palace of Darkness. I could be wrong, but I think we went to the Palace of Darkness when I last did this. Back in the last stream. I'm not 100% sure. I just know we couldn't finish that area because we didn't have the hammer and the torch. These items are necessary to get past there. So watch out for those bitey guys, they do a lot of damage. Oof. Nah, this way. Hi, Kiki. Yeah, Kiki will just take our money automatically, because in order to access this dungeon, we need Kiki's help. Kiki will take a lot of rupees from you, but I got more than enough, so that's fine. Thank you, Kiki. Let's see if I have been here before. The map will tell me. No, apparently, this is my first time coming here. Alright. So this is the Palace of Darkness. This is intended to be the first dungeon you complete in the Dark World. But hey, I'm the man who took down Argus and Blind before coming here, so whatever. This place is kind of interesting. Just making sure. Ow. Alright, there we go. As a key. Very nice. So yeah, as the first Dark World dungeon, the Dark Palace mainly to serve as your main entry point into how the Dark World dungeons work compared to the Light World dungeons. And I quite like this area. I wouldn't call it the best dungeon in the game, but it's when things start to escalate for me, and I do like that aspect of this area. So I believe this is supposed to be the Farron Woods theme from Skyward Sword. It's a good track. Here into this room. What do we got from Miss Sahasrara? Bombos is in Palace of Darkness. So Bombos is another one of the spells like the Ether and Quake medallions. However, Bombos is different in that it is not required at all. It's an optional item, you don't need to get it in order to finish the game, but it's nice to have anyway, because I just like that. Break that. Next is this area, and these guys are Garayas. They're a staple of the Zelda series, but this is the game that introduced some interesting things about them. For instance, they walk where you walk. You gotta kill them with the bow, so just make them walk. Like that. That takes care of them. Here we got a key. Very nice. Thanks for the redundant fairy that I don't really need. Also, this is why you want to have, well, you get the hammer in this dungeon normally, so this is just helpful as a shortcut. I believe over here, yep, there's a chest containing another key. Speaking of Phantom Hourglass, hello, Linebeck's theme. There's some fairies if you need them. Oh. Now, this area is interesting, because what you do is that, and then we push this statue over here. Or I could have used the Cane of Samaria that I got way back at the start of the game, but hey, what are you gonna do? Alright, that takes care of them. The silver arrows don't really matter because they kill the Garayas either way. This guy's interesting, because you need to hit him in the eye. I wonder how many people got tripped up by that when they were kids. I mean, it does look like the regular Igor enemies, so I guess that's your incentive to shoot it in the eye. It's not that challenging. And this is why you want the torch. So you can go here. You got these turtle enemies. They're kind of a pain because you need the hammer in order to knock them over. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm doing this area out of order. I'm pretty sure this is the path to the boss, and I'm pretty sure I don't have the big key yet. Luckily, our tempered sword does a lot of damage to these turtles. I forget their official name. Oh god, this music is so sexy! Yeah, I believe this is the path to the boss. And I don't have the big key yet. So yeah, we'll want to remember that for later. Good thing we got the mirror. Alright. So now it's time to actually do the dungeon in the order it intends you to do it. So let's go over here. I believe what I want to do here is... we put a bomb here. Drop down. That should take us over to this chest, which contains the map. Nice. So we're out of keys, and I hope we can find some new ones soon. Alright, there's a key. Hey guys, don't lose your heads about this. Alright, that takes us back here. Yeah, screw you, man. Not sure I remember what this theme is from. Ah! Damn it! I did not mean to do that. There's some good music, though. It's pretty tense. I believe we get something by going over here. Ah, the shovel! So now we can dig up the item buried in the forest grove. That's nice. Alright, so let's see if we go over here. Still a lot of places we can visit in this dungeon. Take that, buddy. Ah! Stupid hard hat beetles. You're too bouncy for your own good. Red ones obviously have much more vitality than the blue ones, so try to take them out as quickly as you can. So we know where that path takes us, so just want to throw another bomb up there. Good. No! Damn you, game. This game sometimes, man. It takes us up here. We want to run very quickly. Ah, take that, bro. So we need another key. Hello, possibly other key. Yeep. Ah, there's Bombos. Bombos, obviously, is the final medallion. One that is not required to complete the game. And there's the Cane of Burna. So that is a very good item. So the Cane of Burna, as long as you have magic, it will make it so that you are completely invincible from damage. It's a very good item for getting past some very tricky areas. I quite like it. It's not required by any means, but it's still a nice item to get. The thing is, I'm a little worried because I need to get the... I don't have the big key yet, and I don't know where it could be. Maybe it's here? No, but we got that. I believe I heard something last time I was here about the... Never mind. I thought for a second that the big key might have been locked within its own big chest, but that wouldn't be necessary because I need it to get to the boss. We're doing pretty good. Let's see what this gets us. Some rupees. Okay. That's fine. Considering our map, we've explored pretty much everything now. There's that one area we haven't been to, but I don't think it's necessary. So we got everything we could possibly need. I believe we go here. Yep, this will take us right to where we need to be. Like that. I'll just throw this skull at you. You jerk. Whoop. There we go. This time I'm actually going to use the Cane of Samaria because I have it. Ain't that nice? That was clutch. Ooh. I believe this is the Twilight Princess Kakariko Village theme. Pretty good track. Full health. 14 hearts, we should be able to take on the boss very easily. Make that 13 hearts, apparently. Because counting is hard. Ah, jeez, cut it out, guys. Whatever, it's boss time! It's one of my favorite bosses in the game. It's the Helmasaur King! What you want to do with this guy is use your hammer to break its mask off. Avoid its tail, and look out for its... Get away from its head when it starts shooting fireballs. Ow. This guy's honestly not that bad. In fact, I'd say he's one of the easier Dark World bosses despite his size. There we go. Once this head is exposed, just strike with your sword and you'll be good. There we go. Again, I really like this guy's design. It's a really good boss. And that gets me the compass. I was wondering what that was. So yeah, I think that does it with the Palace of Darkness. That's pretty much everything I needed to get there, although I'm still missing a lot of items I need. Just seeing what I still need to do in this world. Yeah, I still need to get that. Still 4 dungeons we need to complete. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got that. I got the shovel now, so we can use that to get to the item buried. So let's warp back to the light world and head to the... Let's head back to the Forest Grove over by our house. And then we can dig up that item we have so long needed. By the way, for the record, the shovel and the thing occupy the same. Also, I just remembered, because we got the torch, we can go fight Ganon now. Which will be helpful. Just to give us another entry point to the Dark World, mainly, but I just want to kick Ganon in his stupid wizard face. Now that we got the shovel, you want to take it over here. And we got rupees. I was hoping for something a bit better, but whatever. So yeah, that would have been the flute. Had this been a normal game and not a randomizer. I'm trying to remember some other things we need. I know there's probably something we could get from the chest where the Cane of Burna was. I don't know, I'm trying to think where we go. There's still some stuff we need. Pretty much the main items we need now are the Pegasus boots, the fire rod, the mirror shield, the final sword, and both mails. Plus all of the heart containers and pieces of heart we still need to get, but we are almost done. So I'm not really sure about this, but I think with our current setup, we might be able to complete Misery Mire. So let's head back into the swamp and see about doing just that. Plus, we got 14 hearts now instead of 10 like we used to have, so we should be having a much easier time here. It's kind of funny, we're kind of bookending this stream. We started off going in Misery Mire, and we might be finishing this stream in Misery Mire. It has almost been 2 hours now. See, I'm gonna see if we can complete this dungeon now, and that'll probably do it for today. But I'm really happy I got back into doing streams again. It's because I've been having such a long break from it because of my busy work schedule. It's definitely something I like to do. Just nice to kind of relax and do whatever I want, without having to worry about my schedule getting in the way. I believe I need to head to the left here. Yeah. Wait, there was that one area we couldn't get to without the big key. So let's ignore that. Let's ignore that entirely. Let's see here. Ah! Glowing tiles! Why? Okay, that opens this door here, which we couldn't access before. I see. There we go. Your lamp does consume magic, obviously, so be careful about that. Alright, that gives us the map. I believe we want to go south. Ow! Stop it! Bomb slugs. Now, I believe up here, yeah, what we want to do is... I believe this is easier if you have the fire rod. I believe it's something we can still do if we have... Just want to very quickly light these torches. There we go. So that's done some stuff. I wonder what... Oh, would you look at that? We've extended this room here, and I believe if we go down, that brings us to this chest. I believe that's normally where the big key is held. Unfortunately, that's not it. Maybe there's something here? No? Just really worry because I need that big key in order to get through this area. So I can't go there without that. Okay, I think what I need to do is go up Wait, I think I need a big key for that too, so... What do I do? How? Son of a... Go away. Just trying to think about what I need to do here. So I've already done that. So we got this one key we haven't used yet. Again, this is why I don't really like Misery Mire. It always gets me confused every time I play it. Also, we're running low on health. Let's get ourselves another fairy. Stupid anti-fairies. Oh. Eat its delicious fairy goodness. Okay, that's the fishbone area we can't get to yet. Just trying to think about what I can still do. We need the big key to get over there. Dr. Light, help me! I can only help them, those who help themselves, Mega Man. You're a terrible father figure. Where Dr. Wowie? I am so confused right now because I need this big key. I just want to know where it is. So we can't access that area without it. Just want to check this area one more time. Make absolutely sure. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yep. Oh, come on, you boxed me in. By the way, you can use the cape to go over spikes. That's cool. I just don't know what to do here. There's a chest somewhere around here that has the big key. I just can't get it. Sadly, this isn't gonna help me. Yeah, because we've already been to this chest. I just don't know where I could possibly go now. There is that way. It's like this is the only place where I haven't used a key yet. Oh, there it is. Finally. Oh, I was going crazy trying to find that. Alright, so we can finally complete Misery Mire. Let's go there. That gets us another key. Let's see. Yep, there's that area up there we can get to now. Ooh, looks like some frames are dropping. Yeah. I hate when frames drop. Then you break your frames, and it's very awkward. So we can finally go over here. So that's a warp point. Oh, that takes us here. That's nice. I'm just happy I can finally finish this dungeon, because I don't like this place. Oh, another area where the torch is necessary. Good. And I believe this is the first point in the game when the Cane of Samaria is required. For the record, the Cane of Samaria is the dungeon item you get in this area. Ooh, some more rupees. I don't really need rupees, but still nice to have. Just use our blocks to push down those switches. Gimme. I love this theme. This Wind Waker is such a good soundtrack. Alright, that takes care of that area. So over here is... yeah, it's another maze-like area. I believe I need to hit that switch. Yep. Now how do we get over there, you may be asking yourself? Good old Bommy Nose. Heh. Another one of these rooms. Let's get this ready since we do have some more anti-fairies. Very good. We are almost done this area. I believe I want to hit this again. And up here... yep. Alright, it's boss time. This is Vitreous, the boss of the Misery Mire. All you have to do is slash at its eyeballs. When the big eyeball in the center rises up, get out of the way because it'll shoot lightning at you. Those little eyeballs do a deceptively large amount of damage, so try to avoid getting hit by them at all costs. Ow. Alright, but now the little eyeballs are gone, Vitreous will attack us with his main body. Luckily, this is all he can do. All he does is jump at you. He is very easy. And that takes care of that. Ooh! The blue male! So now we turn white. I guess that's based on his powered up form in... that you get in Mega Man X, yeah. So that is the first of the male items, which increase your character's defense. The blue male increased your defense by 1/2, so you take half damage. And the red male, which we should be able to get later, will increase our defense by much more, so that we only take 1/4 damage instead of half. So obviously that's a very good item to get. But with that, I think we are going to call it, because we have done a lot of progress. We cleared like 4 dungeons. No, wait. No, we cleared 5. Man. Really goes to show what you're able to accomplish in this game with the right items. But yeah, we are drawing very close to the end of The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, so yeah, I think we're gonna call it tonight. Next time on The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Randomizer, we are gonna finish up the last dungeons in the realm of Hyrule, and then we're gonna see about taking on the final challenge. Until then, have a good day, and take care.